Is it time for Tony Khan to push that panic button? After AEW's latest stinker, it's time we had that conversation. Cooley, let's attempt to save AEW. We here to talk
Dun,
some
dun, dun,
dynamite on today's.
dun.
Why'd you do the dun 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 dun? We here to save AEW on today's episode of Wrestling with Your Boy. Now y'all know who I be. Still same OG. It's your boy Qwan, and of course I got the coolest man in the world with me. My BFF J Cooley.
Let's go, man. What's good,
Cooley,
y'all?
what's good with you today, man? What you got on, dog? You got a turtleneck on with a
man,
chain.
listen,
I'm like,
man,
yo, is he from Jodeci? What's happening?
This is from Nipsey Driller. I got this from Nipsey Driller like years ago. It's probably a little Zara little shirt. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, something light.
You know what I'm saying?
Something light.
You know what I'm saying?
He look Martin from the Nino Brown episode, bro. And I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Whenever Nino Brown comes up, you know what I want to say, but I'm gonna save it for today because I can't be cursing this early in the podcast. Maybe a little later on, but right now I'm gonna save them curse words. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Hey.
What's good with you, man? Did you enjoy that episode of AEW Dynamite? It was a stinker. It was a stinker.
No, I didn't. I like low-key fell asleep. It was kind of boring.
Kind of. I don't know if it was kind of boring. It was pretty terrible. I ain't gonna hold you.
It was bad, man. I was damn near about to put my bonnet on and go to sleep when I was watching it. I was like, "What is going on here?" Nothing made sense. Like we talked about before, nothing. It just don't make sense.
Nothing makes sense.
Nothing.
That's one of my catchphrases. If y'all don't know out there, nothing makes sense with the boot Capone hands. But Cooley, before we get into our deep dive on AEW Dynamite, I got an observation, bro, and it's about wrestling. I'm starting to realize that the whole tribalism thing online, it don't really exist in real life. It's really just we gotta be honest, bro. These podcasters out here like JD from New York, these Twitter pages like Backup Hangman Page and Drain Banger, they all just drifters. I'm firing shots today. They all just drifters. They talking shit. They being mad tribal online just to get a reaction from y'all. What they doing is they making money off engagement. So they are preying on y'all emotions. It's not real. And the reason I say it's not real is because you and me go to a lot of independent shows, bro. Like very, very independent trenches type shows where it's only 70 people in the audience, right? When I'm at these shows, I see a lot of WWE merchandise, dog. Like a lot. And these is really the trenches. When you go to a show that's headlined by Timothy Thatcher and goddamn Filthy Tom Lawler, you would expect the most geeked out, nerdiest, tribal, I hate everything mainstream type of fans, right? But instead, I get there and I see dudes in the front row with Yeet shirts. I see dudes with like John Cena, Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect wristbands on in there just watching Alex Shelley wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. or something. So it's like, does this tribal shit really exist, or is this just only online? I think it's only online, bro. I think it's really just people preying on y'all emotions, being mad tribal in these tweets, mad tribal on their podcast, and they really just want engagement, bro. It's not real. It's not real.
And it works every time, man. Listen, Twitter blue was the worst thing that ever happened in this world since
Why is that?
Obama.
Why is that? Break it down. Explain. Did you say just since Obamacare?
It's because because it's like whoa. First of all, Elon Musk created this program. I guess it's called Twitter Blue, or now it's X or whatever. You can buy you a check mark and you can get paid for engagement. That's the worst thing that ever happened because everybody be tweeting the wildest things for money. Like it's probably like $10 a month.
Wait, how much they paying though? Because if they pay, I could get the streets to start being a drifter. You feel me? Like, hey, if they paying,
hey man, it's working.
I might have to get on Twitter and be like, I hate AEW. Enter like,
hey. It works. It works. Guys like Patrick the Hill. He be on the road too. Like these guys really, be setting y'all up for crash outs at the end of the day. And it works every time. It works every time.
It does.
They get paid.
But it's not real. It's not real. That's what I'm really noticing. Because even when we go to AEW shows, I see WWE merch. When I go to WWE shows, I'm seeing people in there with MJF t-shirts. So it's like clearly these people are engaging in everything. It's just not this side versus that side. But once you get online, all of a sudden it becomes LeBron versus Jordan. Every single topic. It's like, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Man. We all won. We
Oh,
all won.
that game was incredible, by the way. That game was incredible.
Yo.
And Cooley, you was in the chat. Like, oh, USA getting their ass whooped.
They
like,
was. They was.
Okay, so what constitutes as an ass whooping to you? Because to me, in basketball, you down 10, you down 12. That ain't an ass whooping. You just
I don't know, man.
That's 3 possessions, bro.
I don't know. Maybe because
was Steph on the team, a 15-point lead ain't safe.
First of all, Steph been stinking it up the whole Olympics, so we're not even gonna go there. This is his first game. This is his first game where he caught fire. And he put on one of the best performances we ever seen. He had 34, 36 points. That's like the second most points of all time from an individual player. But yeah, I mean, to me, they was getting whipped. I'm like, damn, they down 15. It's like the third quarter. What's going on? You know? But Captain America came and saved the day
Captain America. My boy LeBron James went crazy.
That was a good game, man. And what's his name? Bogdanovich going at Melo.
Yeah, Bogdanovich is nice.
He was going at Melo like crazy. I was like, wow, right. Bro.
And LeBron, I'm loving how LeBron is out there with the big bushy gray beard, just handling business at this age. It reminds me of the movie Logan, because you saw Logan, right? When Wolverine was an old man, and you see how vulnerable he actually is. But it's like he's still drilling out here, and that's LeBron right now with the gray beard. I hope he keeps it around. Don't dye it black, LeBron. Keep the grays in the beard. It's a good look.
Hey man, when LeBron go bald, he will now be Delroy Lindo, because he looks exactly. He looks exactly like Delroy Lindo.
He does look like Delroy Lindo. And shout out to Crooklyn, one of my favorite movies of all time. I know you've seen Crooklyn. That's a
fire,
black
man.
classic.
Classic.
And shout out to my boy AJ Francis, by the way. I just got to put that out there. Shout out to AJ Francis, because he stays reposting us and just engaging with stuff we tweet or stuff we post, and he ain't got to do that. So he really be showing love, man. And he's killing right now in TNA. Love AJ, man. Love AJ. I love AJ so much that I didn't post that footage of us clowning his outfits because it was funny. I know it was going to go viral, bro. It was funny, but you know what? I said, no, that's the homie.
Like,
I don't want to do him like that. He might get bad, so I'm going to just go ahead and not. Because he would have watched it. He would have saw it because he's all our stuff.
Hey man, apparently Roman saw some of our videos. He changed his shoes, you know. So who knows?
The trophy rooms. He said we done with the 13-year-old Mexican girl Jordans. Like he said, we not doing that no more. We wearing trophy rooms.
6 rings.
Jesus. 6 rings.
Yeah, man.
We inspiring the culture, baby. That's what we do. That's what we do over here on Wrestling with the Homies, your number one source for daily wrestling conversation. We ain't them British boys. We ain't gonna sit here and hello, mate. Nah, none of that, boy. None of that. I'm firing shots at everybody today.
Noah Lyles.
Can we talk about it? I'm sorry. I know we got an AEW show to get to, but the show sucks. So I mean, you got to sit through this. I'm sorry. Noah Lyles, man. Thank God that he lost. I'm sorry. I'm a hater. Qwan is a hater. Make sure y'all write that down. I am a hater. And when it comes to Noah Lyles, I don't like that guy. I don't. He geeky,
man,
nerdy, and he arrogant. How you a nerd and you arrogant? I don't like that.
I understand his story. I understand his story more when I watch Sprint. You know, he was born against the odds. He has severely, asthma. Like he wasn't supposed to be where he at right now, man. So I get it, but
right.
He's definitely cocky.
Listen, I like when my nerdy people are real nerds. Like, just go be a nerd. Go be the nerd. Don't be a confident, arrogant nerd. Because then it's like, I'll beat your ass, homie. Like, I don't like Noah Lyles, bro. I'm sure he would dust me, by the way, just because he run for a living. But,
Yeah, man.
Something about him I just don't like. I'm over here calling out his hands. I'm over here calling out Noah Lyles' hands. I really just didn't like the whole world champion thing, like, to be honest. And this is all like tongue-in-cheek jokes, by the way. Like, I'm not really out here trying to fight Noah Lyles or nothing like that. But
right.
I just didn't like the whole world champion thing he did. It brought a nasty conversation to my timeline, and that conversation lasted for like an entire summer. So, and people were just being ignorant about the situation. It's like, well, he's not wrong because it is the NBA. It's only in the U.S. Like the NBA is not only made up of Americans. The NBA is made up of the best players from around the world. So yes, winning a world title in the NBA is a world championship. I'm sorry. That's just where I stand.
Pretty much. Pretty much, man. It's been a good Olympics, man. It's been a good Olympics.
It has. It has. Yeah. It's been fun. It's been fun. I feel like wrestling should do something with the Olympics, but not like the actual like amateur wrestlers and all that, but just like professional wrestling. They should have like their own professional wrestling style Olympic sport like on WWE or in AEW. It would be, I don't know how it would look, obviously, but it would be something interesting. So you know how WWE try to do the World Cup every year now. I think last year Ricochet won the World Cup. Let's get some fake predetermined Olympic games in WWE. Like, why not?
Might as well. We doing everything else. They doing everything else. I said we like I'm a part of WWE.
Right. Oh, the truth came out. My man, I think he part of the team for real.
Hey, man, you can't spell we without WWE.
It's this guy. Y'all hear this man at home, man? Cooley is wilding. But listen, before we go any further, just make sure you please hit that like button and hit subscribe and tap that notification bell before I get Cooley to tap your ass, because I'm done tapping ass. I'm all tapped out with tapping ass. So Cooley got
y'all.
Bro
just called me Pootie Tang, low key. Like, what?
Yo, you know what? I just realized Pootie Tang is literally just the black version of Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Like he's a funny looking weird dude, but all the girls love him. It has like all the little weird nuances, like the bell. It's literally just black Austin Powers.
Which one came out first?
I'm pretty sure Austin Powers came out first.
Because Austin Powers was like what, 99? I think Austin Powers was like 99, 2001.
It was probably like 96. Yeah, we were children. I was definitely like 5 when Austin Powers came out. But you know,
97.
97. Wow.
Austin Powers came out in 97.
Jeez. 97. I was a toddler, baby. See, and Pootie Tang came out in 01. So yeah, Pootie Tang. Yeah, I would love to give the originality to my brothers, but it looked like Pootie Tang came second in line to Austin Powers.
I mean, that's rare, so I get it. You know?
Right. Anyways, you ready to get into AEW Dynamite, this stinker of an episode, man?
Not really, but we a podcast, so let's get into it.
That was good. Not really, but you know, we here to talk AEW, so I guess we have to. So I'm gonna get my hashtag Talk Some Raw segment again. This is like only like my 5th or 6th time doing this, so if I stumble a little bit,
been doing good, man.
We gonna go ahead and back it up, and y'all never gonna hear it at home because we got that edit button, baby. Anyway, you know it's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's time for AEW Dynamite. Up first was our favorite edgelord with the surgically crafted hairline from Turkey, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. MJF wrestled some Dylan and Cole Sprouse looking demon with a bowl cut. They had the typical competitive AEW opening match. You know the one. We've seen it more times than we've seen Ice Spice twerk at this point. MJF won because bowl cut Bobby just refused to cheat. Real groundbreaking stuff. MJF attacked our Macaulay Culkin looking friend after the match, and Will Ospreay made the save. Post-match beatdown number 1. Mariah May was up next, and she squashed Viva Van. And if you have no idea who that is, don't feel bad. Neither do we. Mariah unboxed the Toni Storm portrait after the match because storylines. And then we had post-match beatdown number 2. Jack Perry's promo got cut off by a Taco Bell ad, and I wish that was the punchline for this segment, but nah. Big Scapegoat started talking and got cut off by a cheesy gordita. That actually happened. Chris Jericho was up next, and he did exactly what he should be doing at this point in his career. Commentary. Shibata beat Brian Keith in his high-waisted pants, and Chris Jericho's bum-ass faction tried to jump Shibata after the match, but Taz's racially ambiguous son made the save. If you're counting, that's post-match beatdown number 3. 40 minutes into the show. What are we doing? Next up was Mascara Mandela himself, Swerve Strickland, in a sit-down with Jim Ross. And say what you want about Swerve, but he makes that title look good. You know what's up next. We see it every week. Random Trios match. This week it was Team Orange Cassidy versus Team Roosh. They had a solid match that nobody cared about because they didn't give us a reason to care about it. Next up, Camille squashed 2 randoms, and Mercedes Moné reminded us why WWE kept her far away from a microphone. Yo, this show stinks, bro. It stinks. And then finally, it was time for our main event. Our vegan Jesus attempted to salvage this forgettable ass episode of Dynamite in a match against JEFF, JARRETT, Jeff goddamn Jarrett. And somehow, some way, they did it. Jeff Jarrett and Vegan Christ had a banger. 2024 Jeff Jarrett is like a Jack in the Box taco. You expect it to be terrible every time, But whenever you have one, surprisingly, it's kind of satisfying. Pretty terrible episode of Dynamite. Infinite packs for Tony Khan this week. All jokes aside, Cal Fletcher continues to impress me every time he steps foot into that ring. In 2024, Jeff Jarrett continues to be wrestling's biggest surprise. But there was nothing to see here. Nothing at all. Fart all over this show. I wish we had fart sound effects so we can just play them all over this show. We're way too close to All In to be putting on a show like this on TV. So, TK, I need you to do better. All right, I'll see y'all for SmackDown.
The best thing about that show was us being able to receive a great summary from Qwan. That's like the best thing from that show that we got. You know what I'm saying?
This man said I was the best part of AEW.
Yeah, pretty much, man. That was dope, yo. The cheesy gordita, that's funny, man. I used to eat those back in the day until I realized it was raccoon meat because my homie used to work at Taco Bell. Yeah. News alert.
Raccoon
that is
meat?
Not real meat.
Yeah, none of that Taco Bell.
Allegedly.
It's all alleged. It's all alleged. Like, cause we not trying to get sued or attacked by Taco Bell, but ain't no way all that meat is real.
My homie used to work at Taco Bell. That's all I'm gonna say. Mascara Mandela is nuts.
Our Mascara Mandela, that's baby.
Nuts.
Swerve Strickland. I'm gonna come up with a new name for Swerve every week until you stop wearing that goddamn eyeliner, man.
Bro, out here looking like D'Angelo in 2022. That's crazy,
right? He a cool looking champion though. He pulled up with the grill, the gold grill, the sunglasses, and he got the title on. He make the title look swaggy, you know what I'm saying? And it's a damn shame he about to lose that thing to Bryan Danielson, but he probably most likely is gonna lose that title to Bryan Danielson, man.
And I feel like we definitely needed that in wrestling right now. You know, a representation of a black champ. You know,
for sure.
Being his culture. Right, that's dope, man.
Triple H ain't doing it, so at least Tony Khan got somebody on TV with the title. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much. But like that Jeff Jarrett, I don't get the angle of the match. Like, why is Jeff Jarrett
what's your
fighting?
Big problem? Because we was talking about it before we went on air, right? What was your problem with this? Because the match was okay itself. Like, Bryan Danielson and Jeff Jarrett had a solid match. But what was your biggest issue with that match? This close to All In.
My biggest issue is, why are we doing it, though? It's like it has nothing to do with Bryan Danielson and his match, his upcoming match with All In. It's like, why are we doing these placeholders and these fillers for Bryan Danielson, knowing, he do get injured, not to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He gets injured. A hardcore match, too.
But it's like, why are we doing this? Jeff Jarrett, I forgot he still wrestles, to be honest. Like, I thought, what are we doing? Jeff Jarrett?
So look, this was my problem with it, bro. If Bryan Danielson is the guy that's going to beat Swerve Strickland, which it seems like he is because he's saying he's going to retire if he doesn't beat Swerve. So if Bryan Danielson is the guy who you're going to put all your chips into, you kind of want to present him as above everyone else on the roster. And having him go in a competitive 20-minute match with Jeff Jarrett does not present him as above everybody. It makes him seem like he's on the same level as Jeff Jarrett. And shout out to Jeff Jarrett. We love Jeff Jarrett. But his old ass should be nowhere near Bryan Danielson at this stage of his career, bro. When we watch WWE, like, we all know R-Truth can go. Like, if WWE really wanted R-Truth to go in there and put on a banger, R-Truth can. WWE not gonna have Roman Reigns go in there and have a competitive ass match with R-Truth though, because they want to present Roman Reigns as above everybody else. They don't want the audience at home to see R-Truth and Roman Reigns on the same level. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves about AEW. Bryan Danielson didn't need to wrestle Jeff Jarrett. But the match was solid, though. The match was solid.
No way we seeing a 20-minute match of Cody Rhodes and Carlito. Like, no
you feel me?
way.
JD McDonough having a banger with, like, Jacob Fatu. Like, that's not going to happen in WWE.
So, like, what's like the biggest issue can AEW fix? Because like we're getting these sames. Yeah, we're gonna have to change the booker, to be honest. And I am 100% on board with Shane McMahon. I said it. Yep. I'm 100% on board.
I'm definitely not on board with Shane McMahon, but you know what? If it gives an alternative style than this booking, then I'm with it. Because look, I'm gonna go ahead and say it like this: AEW needs to stop booking matches for the sake of booking matches. We got to stop having great matches on the show just for the sake of the match being great, because there is no reason a guy like Bryan Danielson should be wrestling Jeff Jarrett. I'm sorry. I know the match was solid. Same thing with MJF. you want MJF to be the man. Why is he having a competitive match with Kyle Fletcher? And the match was solid. Again, I'm not complaining about the quality of the match. We all know the quality of the matches in AEW are going to be good. It's a meme at this point. Same way, like, bro, the same way Drake said Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. It's like he got so many goddamn Grammys that it's a meme at this point. That's AEW. We already know the wrestling is going to be good. It's never going to be bad. But we got to have more to offer than that. That's the issue. That's the issue with me. So I think Tony Khan needs to stop this style of booking. Stop booking matches for the sake of having a good match. Focus on something else. And bring in Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley's contract ran out yesterday. He is a free agent.
Yeah, but that's not going to do nothing.
Damn, so you don't think Bobby Lashley will make a difference?
Nah, because if they're still doing these type of matches on their programs, what does it matter if Bobby Lashley's there or not? Like, he's just going to be wrestling. Like, we need
Bobby Lashley, Ricochet, like, yeah, and that's the problem. Like, we can't. So it's like AEW is damned if they do and damned if they don't, because it's like if they don't bring in Bobby Lashley, people are gonna be like, why are they not bringing in Ricochet and Bobby Lashley? But if they do bring them in, and it's like, all right, why are they focusing so much on former WWE guys instead of creating their own stars? So it's a double-edged sword. It's damned if they do, damned if they don't. But at some point, and we were actually talking about this off air with our producer, and he came up with a great point. At some point, we kind of just have to temper our expectations for AEW, because I feel like, in a way, we kind of expect too much of AEW. We kind of forget that this is a 5-year-old company that's still in its growing phase. We look at their numbers, and it's human nature to compare. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't compare. It's human nature. But sometimes we are trying to compare these AEW numbers to these WWE numbers. And is it really a fair comparison? Like, WWE been doing this for decades. When I was born, WWE was already like 20 years into their run. So can I really look at AEW and expect them to be giving us the same type of results as WWE? Because I don't know if you saw the rating last night, but AEW's Dynamite only did 622,000, which was down from 846,000 last year. So they're going in the wrong direction. But they were also up against the Olympics. I will point that out. I don't want to just make it seem like nobody wanted to watch AEW.
I don't know. Ain't the Olympics over by the time AEW start?
I mean,
because Paris is like nine hours.
Right. And again, like, not to be comparing, but and they for sure gonna call us tribal because of this, because we comparing it. After we just said that wrestling fans ain't tribal and it's all a drift, know what I'm saying? But WWE was up against the Olympics too, and they were on a whole new network. They had to move to Sci-Fi because of the Olympics, and I didn't see them numbers take a hit. But AEW, they up against the Olympics, and all of a sudden 622,000.
So
I don't know, man.
At what year do we stop cutting them slack? Like, so we're in year 5. What year?
We might be in year 6. I don't know. We might approaching year 6.
So, like, what year do we? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get into the meat.
I mean, so 10. You should give him 10. You think we should give him 10 years? All right. So look,
will it last 10 years?
It's damn. It will last it. So look, I don't want to. All right. So look, man, we gotta tip our hats to AEW in a sense for the fact that they were even able to get this far, right? Because it's like right now WWE is Coca-Cola, right? Just imagine WWE as big corporate Coca-Cola. AEW is like some mom and pop cola brand that just somehow, some way was able to stand next to Coca-Cola in its prime. Now it might have tempered off a little bit, cooled off, and Coca-Cola is still Coca-Cola, and now the cola over here is just kind of going through the motions. But the fact that they were able to even get their name next to Coca-Cola, you kind of got to tip your hat to them and shout them out. So it's like AEW is still a mega successful company. Let's never get that twisted. Just because they're not doing the type of business that WWE is doing right now, or even the type of business that we expected them to be doing, let's not pretend like they just like a fumble promotion. They still doing their thing. But recently, it's been a lot. Like the homie Sylvan used to say it all the time. Tony Khan is in for the worst 4-year period of his life. He called it the day CM Punk stepped out and left. He called it, and so far his prophecy seems to still live on, because Tony Khan is having a terrible time. And I saw some quote recently with Tony Khan, like kind of saying that, everybody's against AEW and people want to see AEW fail. He's starting to play victim a lot in these conversations. And I feel like that's funny because when AEW first arrived on the scene and it was popping, Tony Khan was letting his nuts hang. He had his chest out and he was just like popping it big. He was talking real big cash shit. Now all of a sudden things get tough and I'm a victim. Like, don't harm us. I see you, Tony.
Qwan just called Tony Khan no allows. He just called Tony Khan no allows because that's exactly what he did.
Yeah. Tony Khan was popping it. He was letting his nuts hang like prime Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now all of a sudden he a victim. It's like, okay, yeah, where's all that big boy talk now, man? AEW, where the best wrestle. Where the best wrestle. That's their tagline, right?
AEW might have to go corporate, man. They might have to go corporate. Something gotta give. Something gotta give. But Shane really might be that next step of opening that gateway. He knows the business very well. They can move some pieces behind the scenes,
right,
and get just make a different change.
Or they can hire me, bro. AEW, hire me. Let me come book the show, dog. Let me book the show because I will have girls out there twerking in a ring. I bring Ice Spice in. I have Funny Marco out there doing interviews. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to lose all your fans.
I have Drewski in there wrestling against Powerhouse Hobbs. Like, let me book AEW Dynamite. I have it popping in there, man. And every champion to be black. I fire Will Ospreay first day just because I don't like his haircut. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll get it. No, I'm just playing. This is all jokes. But now let me book AEW, man, because I will get rid of all that mindless wrestling for no reason type shit. I will have story after story, even though I don't know if doing the whole story I got a fan question that I'm gonna get to, and it kind of involves the whole story issue thing in AEW and WWE that we'll touch on that in a second. But yeah, if I was booking, bro, I would have it popping in there. I would make AEW the antithesis of what WWE is doing. So anything that WWE is doing, I will go the opposite direction with it. If AEW wants to be clean, then I'm having curse words all over my show. AEW wants no blood. Every match over here is going to have blood in it. You know what I'm saying?
What's happening right now, though.
WWE has no wrestling on this show. I'm about to have a 2-hour-long match next week. Just MJF versus Will Ospreay for 2 hours.
Nah, bro.
Why?
Nah, man.
You just got to do something different, bro. You got to do the opposite of what WWE is doing, bro.
Listen, man.
So if I was running AEW, like I just said, Swerve Strickland would still be champion, of course,
for sure.
And I would get rid of some of these belts because there's way too many championships in AEW. I would probably hand off or try to sell Ring of Honor just because I feel like there's no need for Ring of Honor right now in AEW. AEW should just be a standalone thing. I would get rid of trios. No more trios. Like, we can have factions, but the trios titles, the 3-man tag, get rid of that.
Hate it.
There's no reason to have that. The TBS and the TNT title are kind of corny, so let's get rid of those two. Let's just have the International Championship, the AEW World Championship, Tag Team Championship, and the Women's Championship. That's it. That's number one. Number two, I'm getting rid of the mindless wrestling matches for no reason. Every match is going to either be telling a story or it's going to be there to push a story further that we're going to get to the following week. We're not going to just have Bryan Danielson out there wrestling Jeff Jarrett just because we want a good match as a main event. Like, no, we can do that in the dark match after the show to send the fans home happy. Don't do that on the show and have people turning the goddamn channel. That's number two. Number three, I know I was joking about Drewski and Ice Spice and all that, but I really am getting in bed with all these celebrities because it's working for WWE. As much as you hate Logan Paul, he was showing up everywhere with that United States Championship. This man interviewed the president with a United States Championship on his shoulder. So it's like, I'm getting in bed with the celebrities. Maybe if I have I Show Speed on AEW, let's say I Show Speed shows up in AEW, right? I'm sure a lot of fans are going to tune in to see that, and you're probably not going to keep all of them. Let's say 200,000 people show up to watch because that's 200,000 I Show Speed fans. Let's say only 30 of those fans were impressed, so now they're watching your show on a weekly basis. You still flipped I Show Speed into 30 more new fans. It doesn't matter if it was not a whole lot. It's still more eyes on your product. So I'm getting in bed with the celebrities if I'm AEW. I'm sorry. And if my core audience hates it and they want to turn their backs on AEW, then so be it. Like our producer said last episode, man, You always want to worry about new fans. Don't worry about the old fans. And if they're old fans, if they've been with AEW from day one, they're going to stick around anyway. They might get online and cry about the direction the company is going in, but they never going to completely walk away from the show. They love it too much. So I'm focusing on the new fans. I'm trying to get it popping if I'm running AEW. I don't know what Tony Khan doing, but I'm getting it popping. Let me book AEW.
I mean, pretty much the same thing I would do it. That's pretty much competing against WWE on all levels. It's pretty much doing the same thing WWE is doing, but just pushing the needle even more further. It's like we're pretty much copying the blueprint, as far, so to speak, like Kobe did with Jordan.
Spin on it though. With your own spin. Like, you don't want to do the same exact thing they doing, but like give us an AEW twist on top of that. Like if WWE want to try to recreate the Attitude Era, then you just recreate ECW, because the Attitude Era was a blatant copy of ECW anyway. But you got to do something different, because AEW is losing fans by the day. It seems like every time those ratings drop, they're like 300,000 less than the year before. We're going in the wrong direction, and it's sad to see. Like, we can blame it on WWE getting hot, because that does play a huge part, and it's only so much wrestling that a wrestling fan is trying to watch per week. But at the same time, we can't just rely on that. We just can't say, we're just going to sit back and just watch our show dry up because WWE is hot. No, we got to come up with some kind of way to get our name back in that conversation. At one point, AEW was right there neck and neck with Raw. We were so close that Chris Jericho was tweeting that in a couple months, AEW Dynamite is going to be beating Raw in the numbers. And at the time, it didn't seem like he was wrong, because they were so close. Even audience sizes.
Who was that guy on their roster, though?
They had CM Punk. They had Bryan Danielson. Adam Cole had just popped up.
Peak.
That was peak AEW.
Yeah,
maybe we got to find a way to replicate that, man. There's some free agents out there. Like I said, Bobby Lashley's contract just ran out. He's free. Bobby Lashley.
He got that juice? Do he got that juice like Punk got?
But it's a start. Hey, Ricochet is out there. He was definitely underutilized in WWE. Go get him. Go try to get Becky Lynch. She free. She ain't doing nothing. I don't know how Becky Lynch might be loyal to WWE.
Becky ain't going nowhere.
Hey, but try. Offer that bread. You did it with Mercedes. I don't know what Mercedes making, but she getting paid. So, hey, go slide some bread to Becky Lynch. We got to try to do something, though, because it's looking bad for AEW right now. And as a fan, it really does hurt my heart. We joke about it. We laugh because we want to have fun. But at the same time, wrestling is better when there's two companies that are like
competing
viable
against each other. Yeah.
Right. And it's better off for the athletes. Like, some of our homies is actually like in the wrestling industry now. Like the homie AJ Francis. I'm glad that AJ Francis has somewhere that he can go after WWE let him go. So I'm never going to root for a company's downfall. The more, the merrier. I just want to see them compete in a real way, because I know they're capable of it. And right now, we going in the other direction, man. We going in another direction. So Tony Khan, if you out there, you listening to me, hire your boy. You know what I'm saying? I have AEW looking swaggy. You feel me?
Hire Shane McMahon.
Definitely do not hire Shane McMahon. But I want to hear from the people at home, man. How did y'all feel about AEW Dynamite? Was the show a stinker? Are we going too hard on it? You know what I'm saying? I know there was a hurricane in town, so maybe that affected the show. I don't know. Let us know how y'all feel, man. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Do we got time to get to another? We got time to get to these comments, or are we going too long?
Let's do the fan comments real quick, man.
You want to do fan comments? I bet.
Yeah.
So I got a couple comments that came to my attention on our YouTube channel, which y'all better be subscribed to, for Cooley come for your ass. So this was about us talking about WWE's hot streak and whether it was good or bad for professional wrestling. And our boy Ashton Narrows 1974 says, hot streak? Cody Rhodes sucks as champ. They have 2 tag divisions. They both suck. Nothing advanced story-wise at all between Mania and SummerSlam, except the fake bloodline added more members who haven't impressed because we're all holding pattern. Jobber Day are doing the most predictable stuff possible, and everyone's trying to act all shocked. Lucha Bros is going to come into a dead tag division, have a few good matches, and then Creative will have nothing for them. Yo, goddamn, son.
Jobber Day? Oh, don't ever disrespect Judgment Day like that, brother.
God damn. Hey,
Don't
yo, first off, shout out to you though. Shout out to Ashton Darrows. But do you like wrestling, bro? He said hot streak. What hot streak? He sound like Noah Lyles. Hot streak of what? But listen,
man.
bro. Listen, bro. So everything you're saying, shout out to you, by the way. I'm not coming at you, but everything you're saying is subjective. You're saying that WWE is not on a hot streak because you don't like these things. That's fine. You're free to like or dislike whatever you want to like or dislike. But WWE being on a hot streak is not subjective. It's an actual fact. Like there's factual evidence that WWE is on a hot streak because they're breaking every single record in every single city they go to. They do a SummerSlam. They break the all-time SummerSlam grossing record. They do a Backlash. They break the all-time Backlash grossing record. They do a WrestleMania. They break the all-time WrestleMania grossing record. They are breaking every single record, every single audience record. The ratings are climbing. Like WWE is hot right now. That's not an opinion. That's just a fact. You can argue that the stuff on the show, the quality of it ain't good, and that's fine. You can do that. All more power to you. But to claim that a product that's making money head over heels is not hot, that's just kind of ridiculous. That's like saying Drake ain't a popular artist because I don't like him. Like obviously he's still a popular artist.
Yeah.
Like what?
WWE going crazy right now, man.
So WWE is on a hot streak. Thank you for your comment, but you sound insane, my brother.
He don't sound insane about the Cody stuff though, but yeah. Everything else is
Cody's run kind of trash.
Yeah.
It's not trash, but
because
all right, so look,
the
tag team division. The tag team division is not the strongest right now. Don't get me wrong; it's not the strongest right now. But there's some guys coming in, man. I did. I talk shit about the tag team division because it's not the hottest right now. But at the same time, if the Lucha Bros are on their way, if Motor City Machine Guns are on their way, then what makes people think that Triple H has not made an emphasis to hire more tag teams? I mean, it looks like the Rascals are coming in from TNA. It seems like right now to me, it seems like Triple H is making an effort to hire more known, established tag teams and bring them into this division to spice it up. So
yeah, but they're going to be cool for like a couple months and then they're going to just fade away. Like
we don't know that.
Like he did with Andrade. Like he was cool, and then now he's just like, what is he doing?
We don't. The Lucha Bros might be the ones, bro. I just saw they just pulled out of all their September bookings, and they trademarked the name Rey Fuego and King Fuego, so that might be their new names. It's looking like they're on their way to WWE. So to me it seems like WWE is the Fuego Bros. I know, and a lot of people are gonna be mad because
it's like a grocery store.
We always talk about the name change thing. People are gonna be upset because they're not the Lucha Bros anymore. But hey, the Fuego Bros kind of fire, dog. I ain't mad at the Fuego Bros. So it seems like WWE is trying some things with the tag team division. I'm not gonna say it's gonna pan out, but at the same time, we didn't think that the Intercontinental Championship was gonna pan out. I remember when the Intercontinental Championship was in the gutter, and we were just like, "Yo, Vince McMahon needs to do something. They need to change this." And then the title went on Gunther, and we were just like we'll see what happens. Now the Intercontinental title damn near more popular than the World Championship. So it's like I don't know, man. Arguably, right? And we can't fault the man for trying. Like he bringing people in. Like what y'all want him to do? Like damn, give him some slack. Let's let the Lucha Bros debut first before we decide that it's a flop. Like, goddamn. Why did we do that? Why did we do that as fans? We don't even give shit a chance. Like the Joker movie. We all were excited about the Joker movie, but then when we heard that it was a musical, it's
except for me.
Right. Cooley been on board from day one. A lot of the homies, once they heard it was a musical, they made their minds up that it was trash. They're just like, oh, this movie ought to be trash. It sucks. It's going to be ass. It's like, damn, can we see a trailer first? Can we let the goddamn movie hit theaters before we decide we don't like it?
That's hilarious how we do that. That's really hilarious how we do that.
What's wrong with us, bro? Why we like that? Relax. I got another comment before we get out of here. Damn, we pushing 40. I'm sorry, y'all. We 40-minute mark, baby. Yikes. Yo, I got another comment for y'all. It's for our boy. I'm about to say Joe Moses. Damn, Joe Moses commenting on our shit. Is Joe's Mo 8841, and this was about our. Is it Joe Schmo? Oh, I didn't even. He spelled Schmo wrong. Hey, Joe Schmo, you spelled Schmo wrong, bro. But shout out to you. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. I appreciate the comment. But he says AEW hasn't helped themselves by booking for a niche audience instead of fans that they don't have. A lot of AEW fans try to shoot down the Liv, Dom, and Rhea love triangle, but it grabs the casual fans. Plus, with all the drama, some fans would rather watch a show they can get lost in without all the extra stuff. People stopped watching AEW because of AEW.
Bad.
Ooh.
Yo,
he cooking. He cooking. That boy cooking. He is chef in the kitchen right now. He adding seasoning cooking. And everything. The fire big. He cooking.
Everything AEW does is AEW's fault, man. At the end of the day,
right. But so here's the thing: what's a casual fan? We always speak on casual fans in wrestling. What is a casual fan? Because a lot of people seem to think that a casual fan is just somebody that doesn't watch wrestling, and that's not what a casual fan. A casual fan, I would say, Cooley is a casual fan to AEW because Cooley is someone that can be converted to a person that watches AEW week in, week out. I'm talking Rampage, Collision, AEW Dynamite. But right now, Cooley only taps into Dynamite on a good week. And recently he's been watching Dynamite a lot just because we have to. We got to talk about it. But if it wasn't for this podcast, he probably wouldn't be paying attention to AEW because it just doesn't grab his interest. So he is a casual fan of AEW. But if AEW put on a better show, they could convert Cooley to he would be in every day, all week.
I don't know about Rampage though, but yeah.
Right. So that's really what a casual fan is. And right now, it seems like he's right, man. AEW's not doing enough to go after that casual fan. Although I will argue that doing the same thing that WWE is doing is a dangerous position to be in because you don't want to mimic to the point where it's like you're a mini WWE. Because TNA made that same mistake. TNA was doing their thing. They had the 6-sided ring. It was different from WWE. But when Hogan and Bischoff came in, they kind of stripped it down and started to mimic what WWE was doing. And what happened was we already had WWE. So we're not going to watch a minier version of WWE. We just going to go watch the real WWE. So I will argue that saying AEW should try the same things that WWE is doing could end up having an adverse effect where people just kind of stop tuning out and watch the real thing. But as far as going after the casual fan, you're not wrong, bro. That was an incredible comment. Shout out to you. Shout out to you dropping some bombs.
Shout out to Joe Smo, man.
You spell Schmo wrong, though, bro. Get it together. Come on, man. You know it's an SCH in there. It ain't no just SMOE. That's Samo. Your name is Joe Samo. Samoa Joe. No, I'm just playing. Samoa Joe. Anyway, man, you got anything you want to get on your chest before we get our black asses out of here?
Oh, before we get out of here, I do want to say RIP to a legend, Kevin Sullivan. Oh, Kevin Sullivan. I heard about that this rising. You know, one of the great minds of wrestling. For those who don't know, you know, he was very popular during the WCW days. You know, he created Dungeon of Doom to take out Hulk Hogan back in the day. And he also had the Booker man. He also had a group with Bray Wyatt's dad and Braun Breaker's dad. Yeah.
And Rick Steiner? Oh, word.
It was Rick Steiner and Mike Rotunda.
Oh, word. I ain't know.
I forgot what the group, the Varsity something. Damn. I'm blanking out, but he had a group with them. Yeah, man.
Kevin Sullivan, man. But Kevin Sullivan, man, we actually brought him up a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We actually brought Kevin Sullivan up recently because we were talking about how kayfabe kind of becomes reality sometimes because, you know, Kevin Sullivan was with Nancy Benoit and then her and Chris became a thing on screen and eventually it became a real life thing. And
bro loved wrestling that
Kevin,
much.
So it was on site for Kevin and Chris Benoit for a long time. So you know.
So now it's on site again.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
It's on site.
It's a family show, my brother. I wanted to make the joke so bad, but I'm like, I'm gonna hold back and not do it.
It's on site, man.
You know what? I see
R.I.P. Kevin, man. R.I.P. Kevin,
rest in peace, Kevin Sullivan, man. Rest in peace, Kevin Sullivan. And on that note, this is Wrestling with the Homies, and we are out of here. We will see y'all Friday or Saturday, Sunday. We will see y'all when we see y'all, man. We out of here. Peace.